Hi Paula, hi Todd. This is a training tutorial on how to create screens for the TriCaster in the way that I do them. I as in being Pastor Craig. Typically what I do is obviously I keep all my messages on Google Drive, and so I go into Light Explosion Teachings. Last week was on, for example, Trust. Okay. And I create what typically, well, let's say I start from scratch. All right, let's go into Light Explosions. Let's go Teachings, and let's say I want to do something on what's a topic here that I don't have already. um, I have one on sin. Let's say I got a message on sin, so I'll come in here and I'll add a new folder, and the new folder will be sin in the camp, messages on sin in the camp. Okay, and I'll click send in the camp. I'll start a new Google Doc, which is similar to a Word document, so I'm not sure what Pastor uses. I'll label it. Okay, and typically I already have the notes on my phone, and I'll usually add those. Like for example, first we'll do this: send in the camp, and but typically I'll already have messages in my teachings root. Here's a new message, for example, and on the new messages here, this one is about worship works, and what I'll do is I'll title this. I'll title each section, make it caps. Okay, I'll go to change case, all uppercase, and then I'll format everything. Table, insert, tools, so add-ons, change case. Okay, all uppercase, and then I'll go through, add my scriptures, etc., etc. This will be like 5 scripture ideas on each slide. Here's 4 for this slide, for this idea, and etc., etc. And so what I'll end up with is something that looks like this: the title, okay, and then the supporting scriptures for that section title. I'll usually add notes here. I may add graphs using Google Slides. These are charts and graphs, icons, etc. Sometimes I'll take screenshots that will screenshot in definitions from Bible Hub. Okay, and then when I'm done, what I'll do is I'll take a picture of this. Okay, and then I will use that image, and I'll save that image, and I'll use that on the TriCaster. Okay, so now this is actually a Google slide. So let's say, for example, we're in teachings, we're in sin in the camp. Once I'm done editing the message and doing the message here, I'll copy these. Oops, I'll copy this text over. Let's go back to sin in the camp. I'll create a Google slide. Google Slides is similar to PowerPoint. Okay. All right, now. Alright, close this message. Alright, and what I'll do is I'll come in and I'll add a text box here in Google Slides, and then I'll come in and I'll paste my text in here. Okay, typically my text will be from, this is for example on trust. You'll notice here, let's go into trust. Trust, and here's the original that I had here, the original Google slide, and you'll notice here, here's the first slide. You can see here's the second slide, etc., etc., all my notes. Okay, and so what I'll do is I'll come in and I'll do, oops, come back down here first. Here's trust in God, the book of Proverbs. I'll come in, I'll copy that, come over to my new presentation, which I've titled Sin in the Camp. Okay, this will be slide 1, and I'll come in and I'll paste everything in there. Okay, I'll come over here and backspace that. Sometimes it's a little tight, so I'll go Control All for select all, and I'll format and I'll change the line spacing to single, which gives it a little more room, and then I'll space it out just a little bit like that, and then and that's it, slide 1. Now, in order to make this an image, usually I have anywhere from 12 to 18 per message. In order to make this an image, there's a couple ways to do it. You can go in your Google Chrome, and you can go to settings, okay, and you can go to extensions and search the extensions. Go down to the bottom here and go get more extensions. Now you can have Todd help you with this, and then you want to get awesome screenshot. Okay, and there's actually 2 of them. Don't get the app, get the extension here. Add this to Chrome. Once you add this to Chrome, it's gonna leave you with this icon right here. Okay. And this is awesome screenshot. So let's go back to the slide right fast. Sim the Camp, for example. And this is our first slide. Once I'm done with all the slides, this is the last step. I come in and I'll click the awesome screenshot icon here that shows up here, and I'll go capture selected area. I'll go from the top right here all the way down to the bottom right there, and I'll click capture. Okay, it opens up a new screen, and then what I'll do is if I want to do some final editing and I want to punctuate some certain points, I want to say I really want bless to stand out, etc., etc. I may or may not do that. It's called markup. I may or may not mark it up, etc., etc. And then you can do undo here. And so if I'm done with the slide, I'll click done. And then what I'll do is you can save image as here. Okay. And on the desktop, I'll create a set of screens like I have. New. Alright. So I'll go back. And this is going to be a new folder. Send in the camp screens. Okay. Send the camp screens. Okay. And I will save the image there. And then what I do is, when I'm all done, in my Sim in the Camp folder, okay, let's go back to my folder, Sim in the Camp, I'll put a folder in here, a new folder called Screens. Okay. And then in the Screens, I will go new, I'll upload all my screens from the desktop, all those files, and then I'll go into the TriCaster, or into the one of the computers in the sound room, and I'll get on the server and I'll just download all those files to the TriCaster, and or if you want to just take these onto it, you don't have to upload them to Google Drive. That's just what I do, so I don't have to worry about USB drives. But if you have a USB drive, just add it to the USB drive and then take it in and add it to the TriCaster. Now, if you don't want to use Awesome Screenshot, which I think is a great tool here, but what you may want to do is you may want to use you can get a plugin for your computer, one called GreenShot. When GreenShot, the way it works is all you have to do is hit print screen on your keyboard and then go like this. Okay. And then go save as. Okay. And then you would just save it to a folder. Send in the camp screens. And I would call this 2. Now, I always label them. That way I know what the order is, and then when I put them on the TriCaster, then they're already set. Now, the only thing I would suggest, though, is that if Pastor does not use the projection screen in the house, is that he only uses 3 scriptures per slide for the people in-house, because if they're sitting all the way in the back, they may not be able to see the scriptures. The only reason I was able to put this many scriptures and this much verbiage and use it in-house is because I was using the projection screen. In addition, now this is okay for live streamers. They can see all those scriptures on one slide, no problem, on live stream. It's the people in the sanctuary that are sitting all the way in the back that can't see those on those TV screens because they're a little small. That's why we're going to pull out the projection screen and use that as a great teaching tool, so we don't have to worry about the people in house. So at any rate, this concludes my tutorial. If you have any questions concerning how to do this in greater detail, please consult Todd Conroy. He'll show you and teach you anything, and also help you with any downloads if you need. You may not need. Hopefully this explained it, and I hope you have a blessed day. I'll talk to you soon.